Much for that. Once again, a very warm welcome. Good afternoon here on CNN News 18. I'm Anusha Soni. Our top focus this hour is not some great news, but it's coming in from Jammu and Kashmir in the ongoing operation in Rajouri sector. 3 soldiers who were critically injured in the morning. They have unfortunately succumbed to their injuries, so the death toll goes up. The operation right now is still in progress. That's the bit of news coming in that takes the total death toll to 5. 5 Jawans have been martyred in this operation that has been going on in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Earlier, the reports were that 2 soldiers have been killed and there were 3 others who were injured, including an army officer. This is an ongoing anti-militancy operation in the Kandi forest of Rajouri sector in the Pir Panjal area. Internet services, as you know, have already been suspended in this area as a security measure. The security forces are also in contact with the locals here. Ishan Wani, my colleague, I'm told, is with us on the broadcast to give us more details on that story. Ishan, unfortunate news. The death toll has gone up to 5.
Yes, latest from the army is that those soldiers who were injured in the earlier attack have actually succumbed to their injuries at the Army's command hospital. They were being treated by a team of doctors who tried their level best to retrieve them, but unfortunately now the toll has gone up to 5. Remember earlier the Army said that the 2 soldiers had lost their life while 4 others were injured and they were being treated. The team of doctors, we are told, tried their level best to ensure that they are given the best possible treatment, but more of them have naturally now succumbed to their injuries. Remember, there was an operation which was launched by the Army. Army said that their teams had gone up into the mountains where they believe these militants are trapped. Remember, this is the same group Army believes were responsible for attacking an Army vehicle and killing 5 Army Jawans and leaving 1 injured. There have been continuous operations by the Army, J&K police and other security forces to ensure that all those who are behind these attacks are trapped down. But today morning, there seems to be sources indicate that there was a trap and there was a blast which occurred, due to which injuries were suffered by the Army men. They were referred to the hospital, but now total 5 casualties happening. 2 in the morning and 3 more who were injured have succumbed to their injuries. We haven't got the precise details about the Army Jawans. The operation still continues, and that's why the details Army would not want to share at this moment. But we believe that once the operation is concluded, they'll be able to share more details with us. Yes, Army has been trying their level best to ensure that all those who are responsible for this attack are neutralized as soon as possible. This operation is still ongoing. Remember, there have been 21 casualties since October 2021 that the Army has taken, including days, which further makes it up that 2 militants were also killed when they carried out a suicide attack on an Army camp. But yes, the attacks in this region are continuing, and the Army, including top brass of the J&K police, security forces, and other agencies, have reached the spot to ensure that this time around they lay a stronger cordon in communication with other security agencies who are on the location, and they're trying to ensure that these militants who are trapped do not escape from that particular vicinity. Remember, it's a very difficult terrain.
It's a difficult terrain, and if there are more militants which are trapped in this area, the security forces want to ensure that they do not escape. I want to cut across to my colleague Tejinder Singh Sodhi as well, who's joining us on the broadcast, getting us more details on that story. Tejinder, what's the situation on the ground? The death toll has unfortunately gone up to 5. It's a thickly vegetated forest with difficult terrain. Right now, the combing operations must be underway. Tell us what's happening in Rajouri right now.
Yes, you see, the operation to flush out these terrorists who are believed to be hiding in a cave in Rajouri, the operation is still on. The Additional Director General of Police, Jammu Zone, Mukesh Singh, has already reached the spot. We are told that the Director General of Jammu and Kashmir Police, Dilbag Singh, will be reaching the spot any moment from now. Senior army officers, senior officers from the Jammu and Kashmir Police and other paramilitary forces, they are also deployed at the spot. They are monitoring the operation themselves, but these casualties, we took these casualties early this morning when the encounter first started. First, we lost 2 of our brave hearts, and 4 others were injured, including an army officer. Now, the army has said that out of the 4 who were injured in the morning, 3 have come to their injuries. They were evacuated to the hospital, but unfortunately, they have come to the injuries. The operation in Rajouri right now, as we speak, is on the entire area, has been cordoned off. Additional troops from the nearby areas have been also rushed to these spots, and Army is using its air assets also to keep an eye on the location so that the terrorists don't manage to escape. This is a thickly forested area, as we mentioned earlier. There is
Tejinder, we've discussed this earlier that the timing of all of this is very crucial. G20 meet in Srinagar expected. A lot of developments happening. The narrative coming in from the government that development is going to be the key focus, trying to do away with the kind of security threats that we have seen for decades in Jammu and Kashmir. The spate of encounters that have increased in the recent time, more importantly, the attacks that we have seen from the terror elements have only risen in the last couple of months. Is that a correct understanding?
Yes, you see, the security forces, they had the input that terrorists are planning to carry out major terror strikes across the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir just ahead of the G20 meet, which is going to happen on 22nd of May in Srinagar, wherein the delegates from all the G20 countries would be visiting. So the terrorists, in order to show their presence, they are carrying